Assalamu alaikum friends, welcome to another Alight motion tutorial. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a simple title text reveal animation like this one using Alight motion. So start a new project, tap plus, set your aspect ratio to 16:9. You want to make sure your background is black, and you see the reason for that in just a minute. So tap create project to proceed. The next thing we're going to do is to add in an image. If you're going to be using a solid background as your background, then there's no problem. A solid color, there's no problem, but we are going to be using an image. So head over to media and add in the image you want to use. Good. The next thing I'm going to do is to animate the image to give it that zoom effect you saw. So select the image, head over to the move and transform. Under the scale property, you want to add a keyframe, move forward to the end of the layer and just increase it a bit. Good, so we just have a simple zoom in animation. If we play this back, you can see we have a simple zoom in animation. Now the next thing we're going to do is to reduce the opacity of this image. And the reason for that is that when we add in our text, it's going to have a bad contrast if the image is as bright as it was. So we're just going to reduce it a bit. Good. Now head over to plus and add in your text. In mine, I'm going to type in text reveal. Of course, this font and color is boring. I'm going to change it to something better. So tap here and head over to view all fonts. And here I have a bunch of fonts. If you want to download some free fonts, you can check our Telegram community for that. And you can also find out how to import the fonts using Alight motion. Good, now I'm going to change the color. So tap the icon over here and change the color to white. Tap the check mark to proceed. And I'm going to reduce this. Good. Now the next thing to do is to give it that reveal effect we saw. So to do that, we're going to use an effect from our effects tab. So head over to effect, add effects, and go to the text section. And we are going to use the text transform effect over here. Now if you're totally new to Alight motion, you will have to use I advise you use this fade up by later because to give you that same effect. But if you're not new to Alight motion, you can find your way around the standard settings, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. So select fade up by later. This is a premium effect, so you need Alight motion premium to have this effect for free. If not, you need to watch an ad now or when you want to export your video. So we're going to try it first. Good, and when we play this back, you can see give it that reveal effect. I want to select the effect so that you can see what changes we give to it, what keyframes were added. So the keyframes that were added were the end property. We added keyframes to the end property. So the first keyframe was having about 8.3%, and then the next keyframe was having 100%. So it just revealed to about 100%. And of course, there are some other settings you can check. By way of these, you can learn how to use text transform using those presets you saw. So now the next thing we're going to do is to position our text. So select the text, and I'm going to position it to the middle of the frame. Good. Now we'll play this back. We have that cool text reveal. The next thing I want to add now is that small shape you saw below beneath the text that gave it that completed the look. So I'm going to head over to plus. I'm going to add in a square, just an ordinary square. And now I'm going to adjust the square automatically, and we're going to adjust it manually, but just to save time, we'll adjust it automatically using this the white handles. Good. Now after that, you head over to move and transform, head over to the scale property, and scale property gives you, this slider gives you the overall option to adjust the width and height together. But when you want to adjust the width individually and the height individually, you tap this icon over here, and the top slider is for the width, while the bottom slider is for the height. So we're just going to adjust it to how we want it to look. And I'm going to add keyframes. So head over to the beginning, take your playhead to the beginning of the layer, add a keyframe, and reduce the width property to 0. And you want to move forward in time a bit, and you want to increase the width to the size that you want. So I'm going to play this back. We have a cool text reveal effect. And let me just quickly show you how we can save this as a template. So long press the text reveal layer and the rectangle. Head over to this icon over here to group them together. Just a normal group. Now I'm going to name this. This is optional. This is not compulsory. I'm going to name this. I'm going to say text reveal presets. And now you can see we have named it. The next thing I want to do is to select that layer, head over to the 3 dotted icon over here, and tap save to my elements. And now this has saved your this to your elements. And if you want to use it, let's go to plus now, and we're going to go to media. Let's say this is a new project. I'm not going to make a new project, but let's just imagine this is a new project. I'm going to head over to element properties, and you have our text review preset over here. So I'm going to select this, and what you can do now is to change this text to any text you want to put. So I'm going to head over to element properties, and I'm going to just type in free presets. Good. And I'll play this back from here. It has just automatically changed, and this is how you can do it. If you're interested in downloading this project file, do make sure to click the first link in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Assalamu alaikum.